Hello, my name is Dylan Hall, and this is Let's Draw. So let's start off small with a little mouse. Start with a circle for the head, and then we can go from there. Adding the ears. Work into that circle, giving the head a little bit more of a distinct shape. Erasing this little line here to kind of make the ears look more like they're kind of going into the head a little bit more. I might adjust this ear. I don't know if it's maybe a little too big, or maybe it's just right. Something like that. Let's give him a little floating eyebrow. Sure. It's always fun when you can break the laws of physics in a drawing. Sure. Erase a little bit of these sketchy lines here. Make it a little more clear where the head is. Going wrong tooth. Yeah. How about up here? We do ourselves an owl. Fun part about owls is the brow, because many owls, not all owls, but a lot of owls have these like big eyebrows sort of that come off their head, and very large piercing eyes that can be fun. Always making sure the eyes are dark so that you're drawn right to them. And these eyes in particular, I think you definitely can't miss. Over here, I think I'm gonna do a pumpkin. So once again, starting off with a circle. I think it's incredible. A circle is one of the most powerful shapes in art because so many things are made with circles. As you've seen, a mouse, definitely used for heads, for eyes, and now it can be used here for this pumpkin. I'm gonna make him maybe a little bit more of a swash like the pumpkin, coming up like this. As much as circles are powerful, arcs are also something that's very powerful, this sort of a shape. They tend to mimic real life, and this is one of those things that I have discovered as an artist. It's something that was discovered a long time ago. It's definitely not a discovery of mine, or original to me, but I've never been able to unsee it, is that things in life tend to naturally go in arcs, and that's the case for shapes, that's the case for motion, and in animation we use arcs to simulate realistic movements. For instance, me here moving my hands like this, that's a very obvious one, but even just there, when I lean back a little bit while talking, you'll see that we tend to move in arc-type shapes, and that's partially why circles are so important, because it's essentially a big arc that goes into itself, and they play a very big part in making things natural. If you see animation and it looks stiff, it's usually because it doesn't move fluidly. It moves up and down and this sort of a thing. Our brains will subconsciously pick up on things that don't move naturally like they're supposed to, or look naturally, so we are able to take these sort of, in some cases, unnatural things, sort of like a mouse that has floating eyebrows and is grinning, and make it feel real by copying enough from real life that even though our brains kind of know it's not real, it feels more real. Real life provides a lot of inspiration, even if you're making up something, but real life is such a good source of inspiration. There's wonderful things in creation already, that, just going out and looking at the world around you and learning about the world around you, a lot of the best things are inspired by something that you can find outside, something that really does exist. Even the most fantastical of stories and creations and pieces of art usually are grounded in some form of reality that we are able to relate to. trying to give some depth to the mouth. Not have the bottom of the mouth and the top of the mouth sort of go into each other like this, so that it feels more right, that the upper lip is going a little bit over the bottom lip. Trying to line up the line of the brow with the eyeballs. Make it look a little bit more natural. Shoulder here. I think there's a little bit of an issue with depth. Once again, this needs to go a little bit more out. It's got a very sloped head. And you could see how I'm taking that inspiration from reality. Gorillas having the very sloped heads, but obviously sort of exaggerating that for the sake of making this look more cartoony and a bit more comical. And I think I'll call it good on this gorilla. I think since we already did a pumpkin, I think I'll finish it off by doing something that I like to draw, a scarecrow. And I like drawing scarecrows because they're very simple, which leaves a lot of room for interpretation, and you could just give them a lot of personality. I just love taking these simple features that are so recognizable and just sort of playing around with them and seeing, what kind of personality you could bring out. And I've drawn a lot of scarecrows, and I always able to somehow find a new way to bring personality to them. No matter how many times I draw them, and I think that's why I find them so fun to draw. going around and darkening these lines to sort of accentuate some of the features of the sketch that I like the most. And sometimes going around and erasing the ones that I don't care for as much. Make those eyebrows very clear. Of course, darkening those eyes so that they are the darkest thing on this sketch. And rather big eyes this character has as well. And there we go. And finally, like any good or bad drawing deserves, I am going to sign it and put the year so I remember when I drew this. And with that, I'm going to end this video here. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Of course, I want to say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.